Hello and welcome to Solo Playhouse. Today I'm continuing my playthrough of Storyfold Wildwoods. Last time I got through 4 of the stages, including the prologue and part of chapter 1. And I showed you how the game gets put away, stored afterwards. And now I'm going to show you how it all comes out, and then I will play the next chapter. So down to the table, cup of tea, of course, and the box. So we'll open this up, take out the rules reference, which I'm sure we will use, and there is the book. And then the tray, which holds all the cards that we were using at the end of the last one. We might need some other cards from there, but so then I can show you continuing from saved game. So storybook, open and unfold. Let me have a sip of tea first. So the storybook quite nicely, because it is a book and there are 2 folding parts that come out. This folds over to where the chapter we were on, which was chapter 5, Antler Hill. So we haven't read any of this yet. And then these 2 parts fold out to show the boards as well, where we will put cards, etc. So I'm just going to fold these over again so that they're nice and flat. The only thing is it's a bit shiny, this card, and it's got fingerprints on it, my dirty fingerprints. But you know, can't have everything. So yeah, I'll just get this set up. Yeah, that will do. So we've done that, and then we will place decks on the dashboard. So we have the decks here. So we have this one, which has the Luma card, which is Protect. That got flipped over, I think. And then we have Shadow Discard Pile. Oh no, this is Luma, isn't it? So, oh yes, I think this is the Brom card. So we'd use the Brom card. So this is the Luma card. These are the chapter cards. Ah, so there is one shadow card there. And then on the other side, we have the Explore cards. So we've used them. And then we have the creature cards. So all of those creatures are in the discard. Just going to check. Continuing decks. Take the 4 decks of cards, save them trade. There are Shadow Cards deck, Chapter deck, Explore deck, and Creature deck. And place them in the Luma space, the Brom space, and your Boon area. I don't think the Brom card goes back, but I'm just going to check that. Between chapters, does the Brom card return? Storyfold. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Place decks on dashboard. Place discard piles. Place Luma Brom and Boon area cards. Place action cards. So the action cards, I didn't have any crystals, so they go into these spaces. Yeah, if we were just continuing, we wouldn't have put that card back. Place crystals, place spirit marker, so it's the fourth one along. This is the bit I think it's called 1, 2, 3, 4. Gather dice and gather tokens. So that's finished with. Then we gather these dice. And we have a new dice, a 10-sided dice. And we gather all the tokens. So we will put the location markers down. There should be 3 stun tokens. I lost one somewhere. Oh yes, it's gone down the side. Three stun tokens. And then we have crystals. And these two. So we'll see, they'll probably go at the ends. So then once we've done that, we go to the scene and the scene setup. But I will just, let me just move this. There we go. So, Antler Hill. As Luma and Brom rushed to escape the encroaching shadows, the sound of howling grew closer and closer. This way, she shouted, pointing to a small clearing ahead. Maybe she started, but then stopped dead in her tracks. Atop a small hill in the forest glen stood a gigantic wolf formed of scarlet shadow. It glared menacingly, its gaze fixed on a pack of wolves that circled a familiar deer. The same deer from my visions. We found the deer, so we can see the fox here, and other foxes and the deer as well. So Scene setup. Place the light marker on the leftmost space and the shadow marker on the rightmost space of the Wildwoods track. So these go here. So these are longer tracks this time. Which is troubling because once we get here, we draw the last shadow card, and I think we lose in some way then. Not sure. Search the chapter deck for Skadolf and Wolf and resolve each of their on-play effects in that order. So Skadolf is on the back, on-play, end of the river. And Wolf on play 6+. So they go there. So knock my light card down. Draw 1 creature card. We've drawn a cry, and on play it goes to the end of the river. So we've got 3 creatures already. We have shadow effects. The eye is draw a creature card. And the... Is it Twisted Flats? Maybe. If there is no wolf in the river, search the creature discard pile for wolf and resolve its on-play effect. So wolf, let's see. Yeah, you can see wolf here. Wolf says after activation, end of the river. So it will decrease our spirit by 2. End of the river, then draw 1 creature card. Do not activate it this shadow phase. And Skadolf is a 3 loss of spirit. This is the red wolf. It costs 3 light successes to get rid of it. After activation, move 1 space towards the start of the river. Then if this card is in the 3+ space, lose 2 spirit. So Skadolf is going to move up. Skadolf won't come back if we get rid of it, but Wolf will. So we could get rid of Wolf at the end of this phase, and then the next phase it's just a creature card. But who knows? So what have we got to do? Oh, sorry. I think we're all still all right. I'm just opening something else up now. What have we got to do? We have 3 things we need to do to complete this. Assist, swap the position of 2 cards in the river, excluding explore. So we can move Skadolf down, I guess. Or something else. Defend, gain a crystal, then draw story card 5. And then at the end, banish, draw story card 6. We also have a few help actions, which we'll probably do first because we have help here. So yeah, we have find, which is gain 3 crystals, and we just need 1 success for that. So we could possibly just try using 1 dice for that. Gaining 3 crystals would be good. We have blaze, which is 1 success as well. Lose 1 to 3 spirit to advance the light marker in an equal number of spaces. Risky. And then we have distract, discard wolf from the river. Okay. See, wolf is going to add creature cards. And we get 2 crystals when we remove him. It might be good just to light him up. But light is down here at the moment, so that's not going to happen. I think I should do help. And the one I should do is find. So we will get our dice. Now we have this 10-sided die. So that was a 2. So this has more probability of being a higher number because there are 10 on here. So I only have to not roll a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 2, sorry, for this to be a success. Which is the same for the others, of course, but this goes to 10. So I rolled a 2 twice. So do I use that dice to do help? I think I should do this first. So I think, what should I do? I think I will roll just a normal die. Just 1, which is risky. So I got a 3. So that is a success. So I gain 3 crystals. So I'm going to put 1 on explore and 2 on light. So we mark that location completed. And help moves down to the bottom and we move everything else up. So we still have 5 dice. So I want to do this explore. I want to try and get to the end as quickly as possible. Bearing in mind that I have to get light up here. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. What to do? So I should do explore. And I would quite like to succeed at this. I need 2 successes. So I think what I might do is roll 2 dice. I do have a crystal on there. So I would have 3 left, which would mean that I could get rid of this wolf. I just need 2 heals to heal it, and then I would get 2 more crystals, yeah. So I just need 1 success, really. So I'm doing the assist. And I've got a 5 and a 9. So I get the 2 successes. So we've done that. Swap the positions of 2 cards on the river, excluding Explore. So we're doing Explore. I'm going to move the wolf down 1. And Explore is done, so it goes to the end of the river. We move everything up. That goes there. Now we do have Luma available. During the Luma phase, you may spend 1 crystal from any action card to reroll 1 die. So that could come in useful. So we have 3 dice left. So I'm going to try and heal the wolf. Now, I think I'm going to roll the 3. So I need 2 successes, 2 3+ dice. And I got a 4, 6, and an 8. So that is a success. So we heal the wolf. So they go into the discard and we get 2 more crystals. And these 2... I think I will put another one on light. And maybe another one on explore. So heal is done. So we move everything up. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Skadulf is going to get to 3. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. That's just my mistake. I thought I was playing really well. Damn it. Okay. There's nothing we can do about that. So we go into the activate creatures, the shadow phase. End of the river, after activation. So we lose 3. 1, 2, 3. Move 1 space towards the start of the river. Then if this card is in 3+ space, lose 2. 1, 2. Then Cry goes, and we lose another 1. Move 1 space towards the start of the river. Ugh. This is not good. Not good at all. Okay, then we move the shadow marker. If there is no wolf in the river, search the creature, discard for wolf, and resolve its on-play effect. So wolf on-play goes to 6. Crikey. Okay. So back to the Luma phase. So I get my dice back. Oh, I really messed up. I thought I'd played blinder then by getting a couple of things done. And now I have light in 5+. But I do have 3. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Skadulf right now. And I'm going to use... I need 3 successes. So I'm going to use 2 dice. I got a 2 and a 7. So one of those is successes. I will spend 2 more lights with crystals. And Skadulf is defeated. No. Skadulf goes to the end. And gets, whoops, a stun card, a stun token on him. So light has gone. And we move everything else up. Okay, so we can do help, or we could do an explore, but that's a 6+, which is a big ask. We can only do help or explore. I could explore and use the bottom action and draw explore cards. I'm going to explore, and I'm going to roll all 4 to do defend. And I've got 2 successes, and I need 3, so I'll have to spend a crystal. So we have 3 successes for defend. We get a crystal back, so I'll put it on light, and then draw story card 5. Respite. Together, Luma and Brom sprang from the vantage to reach the deer's side. As she watched the deer stare defiantly at the wolf on the hill, she felt a spark of courage begin to form. On play, move each creature card to the end of the river in the order of your choice. Then draw 3 explore cards, choose 1 to keep and discard the others. Great. So we can move them to the end in the order of our choice. So I will move Cry first. And Wolf each creature card to the end of the river, and Skadulf to the end of the river. And then Explore will also move to the end of the river. Then draw 3 Explore cards, choose 1 to keep and discard the others. 1, 2, 3. So we have Berries, which when used gain 2 spirit, then discard this card. Stuck is a bane, so we won't choose that. And Lucky, when used during the shadow phase, ignore all spirit loss from 1 creature, then discard this card. At the end of the shadow phase, we would draw a wolf if it wasn't unavailable. So either of these, Berries or Lucky, does the same thing, really. I don't have any dice left. So it is the end of the phase. So we'll take lucky, but it doesn't really matter. And berries and stuck go into the discard. So that's the end of the Luma phase. So we activate creatures. Cry takes one spirit away and then move one space towards the start of the river. I should have put these the other way around, sorry. So I'm going to do that now. That was dumb of me. Then wolf, end of the river, then draw one creature card. Do not activate it this shadow phase. Okay, we've run out of space. So they're going to take 2, but I'm going to use lucky to stop that from happening. Then they go to the end of the river. And then we draw one creature card. It's a Voss, but there are 7 cards in the river. So we lose 2 spirit anyway. And then Skadulf doesn't make us lose any spirit, but moves 1 space towards the start. So these 2 swap round. Boy, oh boy. So we're about to draw the last shadow card. Then we move this, the shadow marker. If there is no wolf in the river, search the creature discard, and there is a wolf in the river. So, it's the Luma phase. I'm feeling a little bit insecure about this. So, we could help. We could get wolf discarded from the river. We've got a problem because we can't lose any more spirits. We will draw this shadow card, which is the last one. But if we try and get spirit, we could probably only get a couple, and we need to incapacitate some of these. We can't explore. This Godolph is going to move up to as well. But we need to do a light action where we try and move this here, because we've got to get this here before we can try and do banish. So we are in a bit of a pickle here. What is the best thing we can do? help. Okay, I'm going to do help. I'm going to try and discard wolf from the river. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. I've got a 5 and a 7, so I am successful. So wolf gets discarded. Help goes to the bottom, and we move everything up. Then we have 4 dice left. So we could... It's just we can't... How do I get this light up without using... Skadulf is going to take 3, so I have to light one creature. I would have to light him to stop him from doing that. We could gain successes, but then we can't stop them. So I think whatever we do, we're kind of a bit messed up. I'm going to try and get light as far as possible. So I'm going to roll 4 dice. We need 4 and up to get successes. We got 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can get 5. We can also spend a crystal, which I might as well do, to re-roll 1 dice. So I'll re-roll this. We got a 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've used all our dice. So I did get to the center. It would just take 1 more turn to try and do the banish. And I've got to get 5 successes. Okay, so that is the end of my phase, and we activate creatures. So Skadulf does 3, and that means that we draw a shadow card. So we draw this last shadow card. So let's see what this says. Lost. It's hopeless. Everything is lost. On play, if you draw this card during scene 5, Antler Hill, and you have resolved the defend location, travel to scene 6, a deer's passing. Okay. Otherwise, travel to scene 33 alone in the dark. So because we nearly got there, it's going to give us a pass. What I slightly question is continue losing spirit, then draw a shadow card. It's slightly confusing to me. Don't know. So I'm going to stop there. I've lost spirit of the one. So, yes. So we move on to scene 6. So we will read this. A deer's passing. Too frightened to act, Luma turned and ran back into the forest. Brom breathed a heavy sigh and with a quick glance at the overwhelming shadow retreated with her. As they ran through the streets, back over the mossy ground, Luma heard the sounds of struggle grow louder and louder, then all went quiet. Luma stopped. I can't run away. I can't just leave them. She looked to Brom beside her. We must go back, Brom. The forest. These creatures, they need our help. Luma lowered her head into her hands, but a gentle nudge from Brom kept her focused. Carefully, Luma and Brom made their way back to the clearing. When they arrived, they found the shadow beast and its wolves had disappeared. But the tension in the air lingered like a storm waiting to break. In the middle, the deer lay wounded, its breathing short and raspy. Luma dropped to her knees and caressed the creature's muzzle. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she listened to the laboured gasps. She squeezed her eyes tight and placed her hands on its neck, hoping to heal the deer like she had done with the others. Nothing happened. She was too late. Luma opened her eyes to find the deer staring directly at her, its eyes filled with a mixture of pain and understanding. As the two locked eyes, Luma's vision flashed. A gigantic oak tree, bigger than all around it, stood somewhere deep within the forest. Wreathed in shadows, its branches lay bare, save for a handful of softly glowing leaves on the verge of falling. A gust of wind loosened one of the lone remaining leaves, and Luma watched it swirl off into the distance. With a final sigh, the deer rested its head on Luma's lap, closed its eyes, and drifted away. In the silence that followed, Luma's heart pounded like the beat of distant drums. Sadness gripped her as the image of the giant oak tree lingered in her mind. She pondered its meaning. The leaves are calling me. Whatever awaited her there, she needed to find it quickly, before the shadow swallowed it whole. A twig snapped nearby, breaking the stillness, followed by a soft rustle of leaves. Luma sprang to her feet. Her eyes darted toward the sound, but she saw nothing. After a moment, she looked at Brom, who sniffed at the air. We need to keep moving, Luma said, more to herself than to the bear. Okay, so chapter end. Search the chapter deck for grief and add it to your explore deck. Grief. At the start of each shadow phase, lose 1 spirit. And on play, place one of your boon cards face down on top of the explore deck. Then place this card in your boon area. And 2 heal to discard this card. If you have the 10-sided dice, search the chapter deck for Eek and add it to your explore deck. I do. Right, okay. So this is an outcome different from if we had completed the actual chapter properly. If the Brom card is in the shadow discard pile, search the chapter deck for Wounded and add it to your explore deck. Jeez. Take your explore deck, explore discard pile, and all the cards in your boon area and shuffle them together. Boon area. Oh, I don't have any cards in my boon area. So all these get shuffled together. Oh, sorry. If you have the 10-sided die, search the chapter deck for Eek and add it to your explore deck. Then return the 10-sided die to the game box. If the Brom card is in the shadow discard pile, shuts it for wounded action. Take the explore deck, explore discard pile, and add all the cards in your boon area and shuffle them together. Return all the shadow cards, creature cards, and remaining chapter cards to the game box. Okay, so the explore deck remains. And it's just got significantly worse, I think. So all these cards go back to I mean, we'll put that. I think the Luma and the Brom cards should stay out. These are all shadow cards and story cards. So we'll put them all back. Sort them out later. Okay. Oh. And these creatures are also creature cards. So I should go back into that deck. I think we'll play another one. To continue playing, turn to Chapter 2, The Way of the River. Oh, turn to Chapter 2. Is there a... Chapter 2, The Way of the River. Okay. So we kind of failed that. Which is annoying. Okay, let's read this. After bidding farewell to the deer, Luma and Brom ventured deeper into the forest. Haunted by the memory of the shadow wolf, they moved quickly, taking care not to stray too far from the river. After a while, they paused to listen for distant howls, but the forest had grown quiet. Luma sat down and let her fingers brush through the grass. At a touch, the carpet of grass turned At her touch, the carpet of grass turned a luminescent orange, revealing tiny forest flowers that rose softly into view amidst the blades. This place, it's unlike anything I've ever seen, she whispered, marveling at the delicate flowers glowing in the dark. How could something so beautiful exist in a place so full of shadows? In the stillness, Luma's thoughts drifted back to the vision the deer had shown her. A giant oak tree wreathed in shadows, its last few leaves about to fall. The tree is the key to healing the forest, she thought, urgency rising in her chest. But where is it? Luna tried to recall if she had noticed any clues in the vision, but the image had faded with every step that took them deeper into the forest. Shaking off her thoughts, she stared at Brom. The bear sniffed the air, his gaze lifted toward a small hill nearby. Its slopes thick with bushes. Yes, let's get a better view, Brom, Luna sighed. Soon they stood panting atop the hill, surveying the endless expanse of trees before them. In the distance loomed a solitary mountain shrouded in clouds and lit by occasionally flickering flickers of lightning. Crimson shadows snaked down its rocky slopes. Below, a moonlit river wound through the forest towards the hill where Luma and Brom stood. The giant oak was nowhere to be seen. I don't like the mountain, Brom, Luma said, her voice trembling. It feels like the shadows are watching us, and I can't see the tree anywhere. The old bear grumbled, distracted by an excited squirrel darting between his paws. With no clear path ahead, Luma made a decision. Let's hope the river knows the way, she said, trying to sound braver than she felt. Brom's eyes met hers, and the greying bear nodded slowly. As they descended the hill, Luma couldn't shake a growing unease gnawing at her. So we have a component set up. Place the Luma card in the Luma space with Luma and Brom. Side face up. Place the Brom card below the Brom space with Protect. Side up. Place the 4 action cards in the river in the following order. Light, Help, Explore, heal. Place your explore deck face down in the explore space. Place your spirit marker on the leftmost space of the spirit track. Take the Chapter 2 deck from the game box and place it face down in the chapter scene. Take the 3 shadow cards and place them face down in the shadow space in order, with the shadow card 1 on top. Take the 9 creature cards, shuffle them, and place them face down in the creature space. Turn the page to scene 8. What? Place the... What? Place your... place the spirit marker. Oh, on the leftmost space. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Place all tokens and markers in their respective spaces. Place the 5 8-sided dice next to the U space. Yep. Take the Chapter 2 deck. It's like spirit marker. Chapter 2. Return this card to the game box. So, yes, take the 3 shadow cards and place them in order. So, shadow 1, 2, and 3. Nine shadow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shuffle them. New creatures. Nice and shuffled. Turn the page to scene 8, chittering choices. Okay, so let's have a look at this. At the bottom of the hill, Brom halted and sniffed the air. A foul stench filled Luma's nostrils before she saw its source. In the shade, beneath some bushes, countless small, gleaming red eyes stared back at her. As she stood frozen to the ground, tiny sets of sharp teeth emerged from the darkness, one after the other, their frothing mouths twisted into snarls. Rats. Rats, there are rats. Okay. So, scene setup. Place the light marker on the leftmost space and the shadow marker on the rightmost space of the Wildwoods track. No change there. Ooh, look at all those rats. Search the explore deck for Eek. If you find it, place it face up in your boon area. Yes, I know I've got Eek. Where are you, Eek? It was right at the top. Search the explore deck for Hope and place it face up in your boon area. Okay. So we're getting some boons at the start. And now I realise we need to try and keep as long as possible. Then shuffle your explore deck. Okay, then search the chapter deck for Rat and resolve its on-play effects. I like the way this is done, that the cards at the back that you need. They're at the back, sorry, yeah. So Rat, when this card is discarded, add the die on this card to your available dice. Oh, whatever the die on the card is. On play, end of river, then place one of your dice on this card. Oh, great. And it has 2 spirit. Draw 1 creature card. So this is, you cannot light this creature. On play, end of the river. That moves up the river. Oh, yo. Draw shadow card 1. Confusion. Is this the right path? Have I been here before? On play, move each creature move each creature card 1 space towards the start of the river. If there are no creatures in the river, lose 2 spirit instead. I don't know why there wouldn't be 2 creatures. So they move up 1, move heal down. So shadow effects, the eye, draw 1 creature card as usual. And the twisted flax, if there's no rat in the river, search the creature discard pile for rat and resolve its on-play effect. Luma prevails if you resolve the jump location. Travel to scene 10. If you resolve the descend location, travel to scene 9. So we have 2 options. Descend is worse, jump is better. Shadow prevails if the shadow card marker reaches the center of the wildwood track, and if you resolve the soothe location, lose 4 spirit, travel to scene 9. Ah, I see. So there are options. Otherwise, travel to scene 33. So we need to get soothe done, particularly. Luma prevails when you resolve either the jump or descend location. Which path will you take? Okay, so it is the Luma phase. So our boons, we can light a creature with Brom once, yeah. And then this card flips, and then the other action is we can spend 2 crystals from your action cards to gain 2. I should have used him more. Eek, when used, move help to any space in the river. Okay. Then draw 1 explore card. If it's a boon, keep it. If it's a bane, discard it. Then discard this card. Or reroll any number of dice, then discard this card. Also, we have hope. When used, reroll any number of dice and discard this card. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get light to the middle. So we have light. So we could try and light the rat. Rat's going to come back next turn, but we would get the dice back for this round, and we'd only lose 2 spirits with the Oho, because we're not going to be able to heal them. So let's do that with 1 dice. What are we going to do after that? Help. Probably just to get... Let's try it with 1 card. We need 3 or more. Okay, well, I'm going to give myself one extra roll here because I'm playing on my own. We got an 8. Okay, so that's a success. So no, this is not what we want to do. Because if we light this, we won't get that dice. Okay, I'm going to do help. I'm going to roll 1 dice. I'm going to roll it again because I can. So we've done that. So we're going to swap the position of 2 cards in the river, excluding help. So I'm going to put light at the bottom. And help has been used. So it goes down there. And then I'm going to try and heal the rat with 1 dice. Okay, we'll use hope to re-roll. Oh, come on. Jesus. Okay, 4. So we will heal the rat. So we get this dice. And we get 1 crystal. And we will put it on explore. That's been used. These move up. And these all move up. Okay, we have 3 dice left. So we're going to roll 3 of them to do an investigate. And we got 3 successes there. We only needed 2. So we draw 3 explore cards, choose 1 to keep and discard the others. 1, 2, 3. So berries is the only positive one, so we will keep that. And those 2 banes go away. We have done that. And those go back. We've done the explore action, so it goes to the end of the river. And we clean up the river. So now it's the shadow phase. So we activate creatures. So 2 spirit lost. Move 1 space towards the start of the river, but it can't. So it stays there. Then we move this. If there's no rat in the river, search the creature, discard pile 4 rat and resolve its on-play effect. So we're going to constantly have a rat coming back in, which is really annoying. So that's the end of the shadow phase. I'm almost tempted to just roll 4 dice for light, so that we can advance 1, 2, 3, 4. But I guess if I got crystals on this, it would be better. We could spend that crystal to light 1 creature. Do you know what? I'm going to use Brom. During the Luma phase, if Brom is not on the shadow discard pile, you may spend 1 crystal from any action card to light 1 creature, then flip this card. So I'm going to use that to light this creature. So they move to the bottom, and everything else moves up. And then we flip Brom from Protect to Care. So now we can spend 2 crystals to gain 2 spirits. Okay, so we have light in the top position now. So we could actually soothe. We need 3 successes. So I am going to use Eek, and I know I'm using all the things that I've got. But I'm going to use him for his top. Move help to any space in the river, then draw 1 explore card. If it's a boon, keep it. If it's a bane, discard it. So I'm going to move help to the top. Eek gets discarded. I draw 1 explore card. It's a boon. When used after rolling dice, add +1 to each result, then discard this card. That's great. So now I'm going to do help for this. Soothe. Discard rat from the river, then draw story card 1. So I'm going to roll 4 dice. And I got 4 successes there. So we get rat discarded. So we get 1 dice. And then help moves to the bottom. And we move everything up. And we've done that. Then we look at story card 1. Crossroads. Luma placed a glowing hand on the giant rat and watched as its eyes brightened. But the creature's litter remained incensed, and their hissing and chittering grew loud behind her. Ahead, the blast split into 2. She could leap toward the mossy overhang or descend into the narrow cave below. "Follow me, Brom," she shouted. "On play, you may lose 3 spirit to gain an equal 1 to 3 spirit to gain an equal number of crystals." Okay, so I will lose 3. 1, 2, 3 to get 3 crystals. 1, 2, and I will put the other crystal on explore. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I'll put that on heal. So I'm going to try heal. And I'm going to try and heal the OEO as well. And I got 7, yes. So I can spend this other one to heal the OEO. So I get 2 crystals. So I'm going to put 1 on light. Put 1 on explore. Okay, so we go to the shadow phase. Activate creatures, but there are none. Advanced shadow marker. So the rat comes back and gets a dice, and we draw 1 creature card. We got an OEO. On play, enter the river. Yeah, so I'm glad that we did all that. So now it's the Luma phase. So look, I have got my berries, and I can use calm to give +1, but with light, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. I have 3 light. So if I have 1 left, if I use 2, I have to get 2 successes to make it to the center. But I can add +1 with calm. I'm going to try it. What's my reasoning here? So I need to get 5. And then I want to what? Probably use help to get crystals on explore so I can try and do the jump. And then use explore for the next turn. Do I want to get this back? That's the thing. I would have to use heal. It's unlikely. I think I'm going to roll 3 to advance the light marker. So I'm rolling 3. Oh! No! +1 doesn't help me. Damn it. So I'm just going to take the 1 success. Yeah, just take the 1 success. And then all these move up. That's terrible news. This is why dice rolling sometimes is annoying. Okay. I have 1 dice. So I can't explore, but I don't want to use that. So if I use help, I can get 1 success. If I use heal, I could get this dice back. So I'm going to use heal. And I don't need it for anything else. That's balls. Yeah. Okay. Shadow phase. Activation effect. Lose 2. No effect. Lose 2. Move 1 up. Then we move this. If there's no rat, but there is a rat, but we also draw a creature card. And it's a Voss. end of the river. After activation, end of the river, then lose 1 crystal. Great. So back to the Luma phase. I can't explore. In fact, I can't. Do anything. Well, I could just descend. No, I can't because I have to get light up there, and I can't get light up there because light's down here and I can't even activate it. And I can't get rid of these because they're both down here. So I need to use one of these. So I'll use one. I got an 8, so for each success gain a crystal. So I will put 1 on explore. Six plus on lights. Oh, this is a nightmare. I need to get one. I need to get 1 success, otherwise I can't get this to the center, and then I can't do this. I'm going to roll 2. I feel like I need to get it done. Okay, got an 8. We're doing this, sorry. So I got 1 success, and then I can spend these to get 4 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this goes down here. And then I'm going to do explore, and I'm going to descend because I can't get to jump. Now I have my light in the middle. So I got 5, so I got the 1 that I need, so I don't need to spend those. We lose 2. These move up. But we have completed that. Descend. At least we've done that. So, if you resolve descend location, travel to scene 9, Dunkel Grot. So travel steps, discard creatures from the river. Clean up the river, crystals stay on. At least we've got a couple of crystals and a couple of boons. Remove markers from scene. Go to next scene. So we're going to go to the next scene, 9. But we are going to save the game here. So I'm going to stop here. So the game saving you have seen in a previous video. So I'm not going to go through it all here. So you can catch that in another video. But it's pretty simple. And there we go. Yeah, it's interesting because the reviews of this, like, I love solo only games, and this is like really cool. But a few people said about the dice rolling, and I totally agree. Dice rolling, like, love it or hate it, it can be so swingy, and you can feel like, you know, you can chuck 5 dice and think, there's no way I'm not gonna get that result that I need, and then you totally whiff it. But the thing is, sometimes I get into like, oh no, panic about it. And then actually I was able to complete that, you know? Just not how I wanted to do it, but not too bad. So actually I'll save it while I'm here. So what we do is we place discard piles on top of decks. Then we place Luma, Brom and Boon area cards on top of the chapter deck. Then we save decks. So they go in here to the corresponding spaces. So Crossroads goes there. Sorry. Shadow cards go there. Chapter cards and R cards go there. Explore cards go there. And creature cards go there. Then we save crystals. So the cards go in here and then crystals go in the relevant spot. So they have numbers you can see as well. So they will stay in those spots. And then we also put the spirit marker in the relevant spot. So it's close to the end. We save the dice. So the dice we have go into the box in a specific place. So that is done. And store the tokens. So all the tokens go in a little tray in the box. And then we save the page and we close the book. And all this then goes in the box. So it's a very neat experience in terms of putting it away, which is something that I really love in solo games. Boom, like that, and it's all done. So there we go. So thank you so much for watching, as usual. And I have a membership, so please join that if you haven't already. It will help me out greatly. You'll get videos, member videos and shout outs, and other extra nice things. But until next time, I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.